Hey, what's up dude? Balik lagi sama gue Blindman Jack, dan kali ini I'm obliged to speak in English because I have a very very special guest star. So I should say that this is my niece, and she's very good in English actually, and I think she's also learning several languages other than English. So I'm really eager to have light conversation with her this morning. As you know, in my previous video, I spoke with my daughter, I spoke with my son, we discussed about, when I spoke with my daughter, we discussed about university, learning online and things like that, and then I spoke with my son about hobbies and then movies, and we're going to talk about more with them in our next videos. But now, we have, what's your name?
Azra.
Azra, what's your full name?
Azra Safira Ihwan.
Okay, and on what grade are you now?
I'm on the 8th grade.
8th grade. 8th grade means sometimes I get confused with the grade now.
Second grade in
middle school, yeah?
Yes.
All right. So, where's your school at this moment?
138 Jakarta, SMPN 138 Jakarta.
That's East Jakarta, yeah?
Yeah, Jakarta.
Okay, so how do you like school these days?
Schools, yeah, I mean.
Do you enjoy online school, or do you prefer?
Sometimes I enjoy online school because I can sleep more, and I can obviously look at Google, ask my dad for help.
Okay.
In math.
Yeah. That's what I do with my son actually.
Yeah.
I just told him, look at Google.
Everyone can relate.
Yeah, we have all the knowledge there in Google.
Yes.
But yeah, but how about your friends? Do they enjoy?
Well, some of them actually tell me, oh, hey, if the teacher absent me, just tell the teacher that I can't attend the meeting because I don't have enough, internet connection. My phone is dead. The battery is, dropping.
The battery is kembung.
Yeah.
So many reasons, for them to skip classes.
Yeah, and then the teacher becomes suspicious.
Okay. And then what does your teacher do?
The teacher was like, does their phone really dead, or is it just, I just want to skip online school because why not? And then the teacher's like, I'm suspicious. This is sus. He's sus. They're sus.
Okay. So this is your second year.
Yeah, second year.
So it means that once you enter junior high school, you never attend school up until today.
Up until today.
So
actually, I have, but just rarely.
Rarely.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you know when they will have face-to-face learning again?
Well, they say in December maybe it'll like a full-time face-to-face. It'll be like a full-time face-to-face. But we don't know about the current Minister of Education.
yeah, because all the things are still changing, and people are still discussing about that.
Yeah.
But anyway, what I'm also interested with you is actually I know that you have lots of interest in history.
Yes.
And do you consider in taking history as your major in the future? If you go to the senior high school, it means that you're going to the science, social science thing, and then and at the university you're going to take history or something like that. So, do you have plan already to think about? I mean, what do you think about going to university or taking your major?
Oh, I actually think about this a lot. Like, my plan is to take social science in high school, and then when I graduate in university, I will take history.
Okay. In what university?
I'm still not sure, but I want to have a scholarship to go to Europe, actually, to Germany specifically.
All right. Why Germany?
Well, because history.
Okay.
And Germany is related to all like the world history. What am I talking about? The thing is, German is, in my opinion, easier than Russian. It's like an easier language because it's in the same family tree as English. As you can see now, I'm I would say, fluent in English.
Mm-hmm.
And it's rather easy to actually learn something close to the language you're fluent to
Okay.
than to
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
learn Slavic languages.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense because that's
Yeah.
what happened to me too. I mean,
Yeah.
when I learn English, I get interested with all the culture, all the. I mean, my case at that time was music. You know, I was very influenced with hip hop. I was very influenced with American music and things like that. But
Yes.
the thing is, I don't take the culture seriously because I'm more to. When I was in the high school, I was thinking about taking international relationship. But yeah, what you said is actually makes sense because you're interested with the language and then you're interested more with the situation.
History.
Yeah. Then I just want to ask the audience if you know anything about scholarship for bachelor degree. Please comment below because I know there are several scholarship available, but those are for graduate, master degree.
Yeah.
That's very common. I mean, people circulate that, but I rarely heard about a bachelor degree.
Yeah.
So if you have any information, please put it on the comment section. And as far as I know, what is more common if you're going for the bachelor degree scholarship? Sorry, yeah, I got lost in my word. Scholarship. Usually, the first year or the first semester, you have to struggle because you get accepted in the university, and then you applied the scholarship when you are already in the university, and then you can get the scholarship. That is the most common scholarship that's available in nearly every university, actually. Yeah. But there are also scholarship available for the bachelor degree in since the first year. Yeah, but we have to look for that.
Yes. And actually, it's also because they say education in Germany is free, but the tax is very high.
Yeah, but you don't have to pay the tax.
Unless I get a job.
Yeah. The thing is, when you get a scholarship, you actually, because you're not the citizenship, so you don't have to pay the tax. So for example, when I was in Australia, I get my scholarship, and then I also work there.
Yep.
I work as a tutor. Most of the time I work as a tutor, and then I also do some part-time job. And then what happened is I pay my tax, but during the what do you call the fiscal? I'm not sure what it's called. I think it's called fiscal time or something like that.
Difficult time.
Yeah. I get my tax refund.
Oh.
So I applied. I fill up the form saying that look, I already paid this amount of taxes, and then they will refund all of my tax.
Oh wow, that's.
But I have to be honest. When I got back to Indonesia, I still have to pay my taxes. Yeah, because it's my income. So because you are not the citizen and you're not actually utilizing all the public facilities in that country, that's why you don't have to pay tax.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah, but scholarship helps a lot, you know.
It is.
Although Germany, the universities are free, so they say you can study up till your death comes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in most countries, European countries, in Australia, there are free education paid.
Yes.
Actually, it is not free. It's actually paid by the government. Yeah, it's supported by government.
Yeah,
so that's why in many countries
the taxes are very high.
Yeah, that's why it's very high, and then they put it in the university and things like that. Yeah. But other than that, what makes you so interested in Germany?
Well, I mean, the culture, obviously not the drinking one because
yeah. They have good beers, but not for you.
Not for me. Yeah, and I mean, I like the history of Germany, their traditional costumes. I like the language, like the sound of the language. Most people will say that German sounds aggressive, but I mean, it does sound aggressive.
Why do you think so? Is it because of the language or?
The language and probably the history, because a lot of people are blaming Germany.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a lot of things intrigue me in Germany. Actually, I want to go to Sweden or to Finland, but the language is more or less pretty hard. Plus, in Finland, they don't speak Germanic language, so they speak Finnish. And they say Finnish is actually one of the hardest language to learn. And Swedish, I thought it was easy, but they have pitches like in Mandarin Chinese.
Okay.
So I picked Germany because also if I pick Sweden or Finland, the extreme weather, season. Sometimes I get confused about how do people pray if it's night all the time?
Okay.
How do people fast like that? In Germany, it's more not extreme.
Okay.
And plus, I'm from Indonesia, so I thought if I go to Sweden and then I get all cold, I think I have to buy all those jamu before I came.
The thing about fasting in Sweden on summer, the daytime is longer than the evening, right? So
they say
and then sometimes
even they don't see the moon or see the sun.
And the funny thing is usually Maghrib will fall at 10 o'clock, and then the Subuh will fall at 3 o'clock. So imagine if you're fasting and you fell asleep at 7 o'clock in the evening, and then you wake up at 5 o'clock and you have to continue your fasting. But you have, this is what interests me the most. You have all those information that you told me. So again, if you have more information about Germany, Sweden, Finland, about their education system, please leave a comment because Azra really need those information.
I really need those, please.
Yeah. So what interests me also is how do you get this all information? I know that you've been browsing a lot. That's definitely. But how do you put yourself to have more effort, to have more interest in this type of information at this early age? This is what interests me most. Yeah.
Well, because I was thinking with all this online school, I'm not actually learning because I'm just browsing things at Google, right? And then I'm thinking, what will I do with my life if I graduate? So I think I'm not good at math, not really. Yeah. At science,
I wasn't either.
Yeah.
I'm still not.
Yeah. I feel like I only have that, interest in literature and history. And then I think if I take literature, what will I become? Maybe I'll become a translator. But that does not sound fun. But then I like history, so I was thinking, well, maybe I can take history. Maybe I can try and take history. Who knows? Maybe one day I'll be a history teacher.
Okay.
Or I'll be a historian. I mean, teachers, they got paid a lot. Yeah. So I started browsing and obviously subscribing to German YouTubers.
Okay.
Yeah, they usually, tell us more, the viewers about education system in Germany, like taxes, law, and everything. And when I watched their videos,
so you subscribe to Germany German YouTuber.
Yeah.
Okay, not Indonesian who knows German.
No, because they're German. I mean, they're native. They know everything about their country.
Of course.
That's,
right.
That's obvious. And then from that YouTuber, I also found out that Germany, like the United States, also have states. So like the states of Bavaria, the state of I just found that out. And plus, I also learned German from YouTube too. So from a lot of platforms actually. I tried
How well is your German?
I don't know. It's like a broken German, broken English.
You want to give it a shot?
Sure. What should I say in German?
Standard introduction.
Guten Morgen. Ich heiße Azra. Ich bin. What's 13 in German?
I don't know. Ask
know.
yourself. I don't
Ask
even
yourself
know
what's the
what
question.
one is in German.
Ja. Ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch und ich spreche English,
Which means?
which means, hello, good morning, my name is Azra, I'm something years old. I speak a little bit of German and I speak English.
Okay, nice. Other than German, do you also learn other languages that you're fluent in?
Actually, I'm trying to learn Russian,
Okay.
but the alphabet kind of makes me wonder, wow, what kind of
Yeah.
mathematical symbol is this? Because I skip math a lot and then I started seeing symbols in Hebrew. That's why.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah.
So aside from let's go back to searching information. Aside from the YouTube, where else do you get information about Germany?
Google a lot
Yeah.
of times, and sometimes because I don't have an Instagram account.
Okay.
My
Not
mom.
yet, perhaps.
Yeah, not yet. My mom would usually share informations to me, like what is it like in Germany, you know, because she follows that sort of account, like scholarship accounts and all those, and she'll share all those things to me. So thanks, Mom.
Yeah. I also have several friends in Germany, and also some of them also studies in Germany. I probably will share to you,
Yeah. Sure.
information from them, so you will know about Germany more,
Yeah, sure.
about the education and things like that.
Yeah.
And then you talk about mastering or having languages, several
Yeah.
languages, and you were thinking about being a translator. I really think that you should take that seriously, because that's what I did as well. When I experience good English, when I have my English get better and it is qualified to become a translator,
Fluency,
I actually become interpreter in the beginning, and that expanded my network actually. Because that makes me that allows me to meet more people, different type of people, different people from different level, and that gives me lots of information as well.
Wow.
Yeah. So if you're interested, I mean, if you have the capability, if you have the eligibility of being a translator, I really support you to go for it.
Okay.
Yeah, because that'll increase your networking as well, and then you might meet someone who's probably has been studying in Germany or have certain interest in German history and things like that.
That can help me.
It'll help you a lot.
Yeah.
So, about your major itself, history. What actually interests you with history?
Well, as it is called, it's history. So it's basically history. It's like you'll just read a book, and then if you're interested in the topic, you'll easily remember everything. And obviously, I mean, it's not like math, who has like a lot of theories from Mr. Algebra,
Okay.
or physics that involves apples for some reason.
All right. The
History is just
Newton.
that, yeah. And well, sometimes it could get radical, a lot of times actually. But yeah, that's actually what's fun from history. And math history is actually different from science math. And math history is fun.
Okay.
Because
when is the first time? Can you remember when is the first time, or where is the first time you get exposed with history in general?
It started with, I think, your wife's book.
Okay.
So
What did you do, wife?
your wife has this Daniel Steele book.
Okay.
Yeah, Daniel Steele. And I read first, it's Granny Dan.
Granny Dan.
Entitled Granny Dan.
Yeah.
And then it's about this ballerina who lives in the Russian Revolution. And then I'm interested because they mention the czars and everything. So I started reading them, and I was like, wow, this is fun. But what about the historical accuracy? So I started looking about.
Yeah, because it's a storybook. Sometimes
Yeah.
it gets, you know,
Yeah.
a different point of view,
Yeah.
or even it get exaggerated. So
Yeah.
it'll interest the reader.
Yeah. So at first, you know, people keep telling, "Oh, Russians are communists. Russians are communists," but I don't know where those commies actually are from. Like, did Russia ever become like something before being a communist country? You know, so I started googling that, and turns out they have for something 100 years. And then my aunt gave me a book about the French Revolution. Charles Dickens. It's called A Tale of Two Cities. It actually intrigues me too. The French Revolution. And then I looked it up, and I mean, it's like, wow, it's pretty radical, but it pretty much changes France a lot. I can't really remember. Did I first read Daniel Steele or Charles Dickens? But between those two. And then I expand from that to actually because of my teacher too, because of a Google meeting that is completely unrelated.
Okay.
My teacher was talking about stories, you know, fictional stories, the material. So it's bahasa Indonesia.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, because the night before I just watched Saving Private Ryan.
Okay.
Without my parents knowing. I was like, okay, give us an assignment to make a story, dude. And then the teacher's like, well, I'm not gonna give you assignment about making stories. And I was like, dude, I'm cool. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make a story about, Saving Private Ryan. World War II. There you go.
Okay.
And then I was like, oh heck, I didn't know anything about World War II. Oh no. So I go.
So what do you do?
I do research a lot, and it's been a year plus.
And how does your teacher respond to that?
Yeah, I didn't actually say that. I just think about that in my head.
No. I mean, when you do your assignment, do you really finish that talking about World War II?
No, not really. But sometimes they talk about, you know, I found a way to slip in those material into my assignments.
Okay.
So my teacher would notice
And
probably.
does your teacher put notice on that, or?
No, because I didn't tell him.
Okay.
He's my inspiration. And another one, he's deceased right now because of I'm not sure he was sick.
Okay, rest in peace then.
Yeah, I never really met him. He was a good teacher though. Yeah, he's like, I like people who think critical. And every time he gives us assignment, he will always be like, I want you all to think critical. Think of the, you know, answers and then put it in a critical way. He likes that kind of kid. And so I was like, okay, you want something critical? I'll give you something critical. But before he ever know that I do all this because of him, he died.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very sad.
But when you talk about critical thinking during this age, I mean, at this early age, do you feel that the school actually support in either way, support student to have more critical thinking, or it's just piling information and put it as an assignment?
Not really.
How do you feel about that?
They're demanding.
Okay.
Very demanding.
Very demanding. But do they also support your interest?
Well, not really, because I mean they would just give you textbooks and then they will like give us something like a question, a problem that we have to solve, completely unrelated, and sometimes not even mentioned once in a textbook. And when we protest, like, why do you do this to us? They're going to be like, well, you have to be creative. Look at the internet. Look at the library. Everything. Look for yourself. Like, they're too demanding. I mean, like, dude, if you want something from us, you have to give us something. Like. And yeah.
And have you ever talked about, let's say, majoring in because I know that this day, if you go into senior high school, then on the first year you get straight away for the majoring. Yeah. Now, does teacher and then specifically you with your interest in history, do they talk about that often? About your interest or your friends' interest in getting into which school, which major, and things like that?
Only the counseling teacher, because only the counseling teacher cares enough about us.
Okay. And how do you do that during this time? I mean, I remember Kakak and Abang, they have face-to-face conversation with their children, obviously, because it was before the pandemic. Now, how do you do that these days online? Do you get one-on-one session with the counselor, or?
Yeah, actually, because the counselor was like, if you have anything to talk about, you know, just want to complain about your life and your life decision, you can actually private chat me. We can video call, can voice call, or we can actually set up a meeting. I'm always ready. I'm here for you, sweetie.
And do you do that? I mean, have you ever contact her and discuss about that?
Yeah.
And then
I contacted her.
Okay. And then what type of support she gave to you?
Yeah, she's like, I say, if you like history, go for it. You know, like kill it in history, and you know, all those typical counseling teacher stuff. I just need someone to talk with. Just need someone to talk to. Yeah, I mean, counseling teachers are very supportive. They give us material almost every week. So like, they would make a Google meeting. Actually, it's a she would make a Google meeting several times in a month, and they'll be like talking about different material, obviously. But then they will also talk about. Remember, kids, just if you need anything like a motivation to learn, just contact me or anything, because nowadays you just straight up, you know, into majors like what you said in high school, you either go to social studies or social science. So choose wisely, think of it. You can just contact me if you like.
Okay.
And I was like, I didn't actually contact her for it. I just contact her for. I reported a teacher to her because she keeps comparing us to other kids, ma'am. We can't. She can't.
And you feel uncomfortable with that?
Yeah, I feel comfortable.
Yeah, why is that?
Well, because the teacher keeps on like, well, look at this class. They're very, they're very smart. Y'all have to be more like them. And I mean, well, what if I don't like math? I don't like science.
Yeah,
I don't actually care
I think
about
that's one of the problem with our education system. If you're a teacher and you're watching, please feel free to comment on this time, because
if you're my teacher and you're watching, don't ban me.
But the thing is, there are so many people today still think that smart children are those who mastered mathematics.
Yeah.
Or exact science.
Yeah, exactly.
But the fact is, it's not always with the subject. It's basically on the interest of the children that we should really put attention to, because children are smart in their own way, and this is what actually everyone should be aware of.
Yeah, it's like the Albert Einstein quote with something fish and climbing through tree. I
forgot. That's a lot. So after mid school, where do you think you're going?
I'm thinking of going to my mother's high school, so SMA 44.
That's also in East Jakarta?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jakarta is actually near.
Is it close here?
Yeah, it's close here.
All right.
Yeah.
And then after that, you're going to give a shot in the international university.
Yeah, because.
How about local university? Have you browsed?
Yeah, I've browsed UI, but well.
I think UI also have German literature.
I'm not sure if it's German or French. I think it's French. But I was also thinking, well, I want to go outside the country so that the neighbors will think, ooh, look at Mr. Atamimi's grandchildren. He's very she's very smart. She goes to Germany. She goes to Holland, the Netherlands. You know, something that they will talk about in Arisan. You know, so it's also about images.
Yeah, that's what my neighbor also asked to my mom when they said, "Oh, Jaka went to Australia for school." Yeah. Berangkat jam berapa kalau pagi? So that's
because of images too.
What?
Because of images too. Like,
right.
Jeng tahu nggak cucunya Pak Atamimi?
Yeah.
Like that.
But you really should focus on what you believe in and what you're interested in. I mean that will be an extra thing that you can you can award to your grandparents, you can award to your parents, but don't let that get in your way. I mean you should be really focused on your own decision. So let's talk about, I mean you've talked about Germany, obviously you want to go to Germany, okay? Other than Germany, is there any other country that you would like to go to? I used to dream going to Australia, and I did went to Australia. I used to dream going to Japan, and I did went to Japan.
Wow.
What about you?
Well, I used to dream to go to Japan too, but I was thinking, if I go to Japan and I can't read a word in their language, I would get lost. So no.
I did get lost, and it was fun. There were 3 wheelchair user. One of my friend, she didn't have any arms at that time. I was blind. 2 of us was blind, and we got lost. And none of us couldn't read. None of us read kanji, and none of us speaks Japanese. So it was fun. Trust me, it was fun.
Very fun.
Lost in other country is very fun. So what countries?
Maybe besides Germany, Russia. And
I also got lost in Moscow.
You see a lot of red stuff, did you?
Yep.
Maybe Sweden. Maybe just consider several days because I don't want to.
Sweden is very expensive.
Yeah, I know it's very expensive.
It is very expensive.
Very expensive. But I mean, they're cold. They have winter. Also in Russia, they have winters.
They all have winters in Europe, even in Germany.
Yeah, I know. But just maybe you want to experience some more, or maybe going to Switzerland or Austria because of the castles. And also the accent. England, maybe, you know, Britain in general. England, Ireland, all that, Scotland, Wales, because they have funny accents, they have cultures, and a lot more I forgot.
Okay, all right. That. It has been very interesting conversation. But what I want you to do right now is I want you to look at the camera and talk to yourself.
To myself.
When you already graduate from one of those international university, what do you want to say to yourself? So imagine this. Let's say, how old are you now?
13.
You're 13. Okay. 10 years from now, you just graduated from one of the university in Germany or in Australia or in Austria or in Moscow. And then you look at this video, you search for my channel because you remember, I have this conversation with Uncle Jack.
Very good.
Okay, and now I want you to talk to yourself. What are you going to say to yourself?
Look, I know this video is cringy to you. It's been years. Forgive my past self. Forgive your past self. I'm cringy, I know. But hey, I mean, at least someone wants to interview you, you know? Well done. I mean, you can brag about yourself a bit, but not in Sweden, obviously, because they hate bragging about themselves in Sweden. Yeah, congratulations, and just find a cute guy, dude. Get a job, get a life. I mean, I know you suck, but and this video also cringy, so if you make it, until the last minute, well, I'm surprised. I'm surprised you didn't click off or just skip straight up to the end of the video. Because I also hate watching myself as a kid. That is indeed the cringiest thing ever. But I mean, well done if you have achieved it. If you're not, then I don't know what you have to do with your life. Just if you can achieve that, ask your parents for an arranged marriage and you're set. But if you can do that, be a businesswoman. You're good. That's it.
All right, thank you so very well, Azra. Thank you very much for coming to my channel. I really wish that I can go to your channel as well and talk about more, or probably cities that I've been to, that cities you want to come to. So thank you very much. And again, if you have more information, mainly about scholarship in Europe for bachelor degree, I mean, she's going to do that. She's going to get that in the next 5 years. But I think it's not too early. It's not too early to get the information. So she can browse more about that. Okay. So thank you very much. Please click those button, like, subscribe, do something with those button, and I'll meet you again in another video. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye.